And now it is time to check in on the latest developments from across Central Asia. This week brought new economic partnerships, closer regional cooperation and fresh international recognition for the region's cultural heritage. Joining me with the highlights is my colleague Nuray Salbiek. Nuray, what do we have this week?
Hello, Yergali. It was another week of stronger regional ties with countries expanding cooperation in trade, infrastructure, water management and culture. We begin in Aktau, where Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan signed commercial agreements worth more than 80 billion tenge. More than 80 billion tenge worth of commercial agreements were signed as Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan held the first meeting of the Council of Regional Leaders in Aktau. The new cooperation mechanism, established at the initiative of presidents of two countries, brought together Prime Ministers Olzhas Bektenov and Abdullah Aripov, as well as more than 300 business representatives from both countries. Alongside the commercial deals, region of Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan signed a number of cooperation memorandums aimed at strengthening cross-border ties and launching joint projects. Speaking at the meeting, Prime Minister Olzhas Bektenov said the Council is expected to help achieve the goal set by two heads of state of increasing bilateral trade to $10 billion. Transport and logistics were identified among the key priorities for future cooperation. Both sides pointed to strategic importance of the Trans-Caspian International Transport Road and its connection with North-South Corridor and Trans-Afghan Road. Tourism also highlighted another promising area, with growing interest among citizens of both countries in visiting historical and cultural destinations. Meanwhile, trade between Kazakhstan and Tajikistan continues to gain momentum. During the first half of this year, bilateral trade reached $770 million, increasing by 40% compared to the same period of last year. According to Tajikistan Agency on Statistics, Kazakhstan is now the country's third largest trading partner, behind China and Russia. Overall, Tajikistan foreign trade turnover exceeded 6.8 billion in the first half of the year, with 124 trading partners. The latest data highlight the growing role of economic ties between the two Central Asian countries as regional trade continues to expand. Water security remains one of the Central Asia's biggest shared challenges. In a move aimed at strengthening regional cooperation, the World Bank Group has approved a new $20 million project to improve the management of transboundary water resources across the region. The initiative will be implemented by the Executive Committee of the International Fund for Saving the Aral Sea and focuses on improving cooperation between countries that share the Amudarya and Sirdarya river basins. According to World Bank, the project is expected to benefit around 40 million people and lay groundwork for the future cross-border water infrastructure investments. By 2031, the plan is expected to develop up to 6 cross-border water infrastructure projects to attract further investment in irrigation, water conservation and joint management of shared water resources. Mongolia is continuing to expand its engagement with Central Asia. A key step in that effort was the state visit of Tajik President Emomali Rahmon to Ulaanbaatar, his first in 17 years. During talks with Mongolian President Ukhanagin Kharilsuk, the two leaders discussed ways to deepen bilateral cooperation and broaden ties between their countries. The visit concluded with the signing of 12 bilateral documents. The visit also featured the first meeting of Tajikistan-Mongolia Intergovernmental Commission and Trade and Economic Cooperation, a bilateral business forum, and the Days of Tajik Culture in Mongolia, reflecting efforts to strengthen not only political dialogue but also economic and cultural cooperation. The outcomes of the visit mark another step in Mongolia's broader outreach to Central Asia. Speaking of culture, Central Asia has gained 2 new additions to UNESCO's World Heritage List, with cultural landmarks in both Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan receiving international recognition. And it is 48th session in Busan, the UNESCO World Heritage Committee inscribed the modernist architectural ensemble of Tashkent, recognizing its outstanding cultural value and placing it under international protection. The committee also added Kazakhstan Mangistau underground mosque complex to the World Heritage List, list, marking Kazakhstan's first addition to the prestige list in more than 2 decades. According to First Deputy Head of the Presidential Administration Erlan Karin, the recognition follows effort launched in 2024 to secure UNESCO status for the Mangostau sites. He also said Kazakhstan will continue pursuing World Heritage recognition for several other cultural landmarks, including Jarkent Mosque, the ancient cathedral in Almaty, the Karatau petroglyphs, and Abai's Book of Worlds. That's all I have for this week, Ergali.
Thanks, Nuray.